Hey guys, Brian Hilliard here, author of the best-selling book Networking Like a Pro and creator of the popular program How to Expand Your Reach, Impact More Lives, and Get Your Message Out to a Wider Audience. And I am fired up here because I am here at Ravens Rock. Deb and I are doing a little hiking, as you can see. I don't know if that is the rock per se, but it is a beautiful view. And if you take a look even over here, you've got our nice little tree. It looks like something from like a Harry Potter film. So initially when I saw it, I was a little taken aback, but it obviously worked out. Anyway, what we're going to talk about here today is we are going to talk about three things that you want to kind of look at when you are trying to figure out if someone's going to be a paying client, right? Because a lot of times what happens is if you don't know these things, what happens is you spend your time dealing with a bunch of tire kickers. We've all had that before. We've all been there before. They're taking up your time. They're picking your brain. It's making me almost sing Mufasa just by thinking about it. Right? But when you are doing these things and you kind of incorporate this into your practice, you wind up having a lot of things and all of them are good. You're talking to more qualified people. You're talking to somebody who actually has the money to pay you. And you're talking with somebody who, in most cases, will ultimately work with you if you follow these three things. So I jot them down here real quick. The first one is, and this is just straight up, okay? I'm just going to straight up with you. You have to like the person. You have to like the person. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to be in love with the person. It doesn't mean you need to drive them up and have them over for dinner. It doesn't mean you need to introduce them to your family per se. But you have to like the person. If you do not like the person, especially from a coaching standpoint, where you can be working with people for a while, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 sessions, you have to be able to like them. So if you find out initially when you're kind of going through that conversation and it's kind of like whatever, absolutely not. Okay, second thing that you want to be able to make sure that you do is you gotta make sure that they are coachable. David Andrew, who is a good friend of mine out in the UK, one of the things that he says is that he is looking for people who have a learning attitude. An attitude of learning, actually, is how he put it. And that makes all the difference in the world. Now, when I say coachable, you're like, well, how do you figure that out? What I usually like to do is when I'm talking to a prospective client, I will actually bring up a point or two during the initial call. I'll be like, well, have you ever, this is after I've asked questions, after I get a feel for where they're going, I say, well, have you ever thought about doing this? If I get a, well, or as Deb likes to say, a yeah, but, or I'm not sure, or blah, 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 anything other than, boy, that's a good point, or, oh, thank you. I actually had somebody, I made a suggestion to her one time, and it was funny because I knew she didn't know it, but she was kind of coming from this place. I didn't really like her, but she was coming from this place of whatever, and it was so funny. It was like you ever watch a cat sneeze? Like they go like this, they go, it's like falling down the stairs, right? That's exactly the way she looked. She did not become a client. All right, and then the third thing is you need to have somebody who looks like they are open to new ideas. Now, coachable and open to new ideas are very related, okay? But let me unpack it. The former, being coachable, is a conversation around actually taking advice and saying, oh yeah, that sounds like a good idea, and let me go do it. Open to new ideas, that's a conversation about, oh, okay, well, is this something that I'm open to doing? Am I stuck in my ways? Am I gonna, yeah, but you? Or am I just gonna say, yeah, you know what, this is what I'm open to it. I might not be open to your way, we can talk about it, but I'm open conceptually to the idea of getting out of my own way and getting out of my comfort zone and moving forward, all right? So those are the three things that I have personally found over the years. I've been doing this since 2001. Those are the things I've personally found that highly correlate with translating into higher paying clients, and you can do all this without being pushy. Now, as always, we'd love to hear from you. Feel free to like, share, or comment right below. I actually personally handle all of the comments, so if you have something that you want to say, maybe you want to push back a little bit, I personally handle it. We would love to hear from you. But in the meantime, my name is Brian Hilliard, saying so long, take care, and thanks so much for your time.